The sun is leaning against the window pane, looking at the dust motes like they're falling rain. Then comes the growl from over the fence, a mechanical cough that actually makes sense. Mr. Miller is out there in his Tuesday best, putting his suburban ambition to the test. It's the rhythm of the blades on the clover, a green-scented wave washing all over, a low-frequency lullaby for the wide awake, a steady kind of music that only neighbors make. I could go out and fix that loose screen door, or finally scrub the tiles on the kitchen floor. But the sound is a permission slip to stay still, watching the grass surrender against its will. There's a specific geometry to the way he turns, a lesson in patience that a lazy man learns. I wonder if he's thinking of the price of gas, or if he's just enjoying the smell of the grass. Billy Collins would say it's a form of prayer sent up to the birds in the humid air. I'm just here with a cold cup of tea, letting the noise do the working for me. It's the rhythm of the blades on the clover, a green-scented wave washing all over, a low-frequency lullaby for the wide awake, a steady kind of music that only neighbors make. Back and forth in a dusty zigzag line, he's claiming his territory, I'm claiming mine. Mine is the armchair, the book, and the breeze. His is the engine and the sweat on his knees. The pitch shifts up when he hits the hill, then drops back down to a vibrating chill. It's a domestic drone, a suburban chant, better than a symphony, I'll give him that. The world is organized in 3-inch stripes, while I'm just filtering through my own gripes. The engine sputters, then it finally dies, leaving a silence that's a sweet surprise. Just the smell of summer and a job well done, and a lawn sparkling under the morning sun. Afternoon is leaning against the brick wall, with a bag of potting soil and a plastic spoon. We're not farmers in the traditional sense, just two people making a mess in the sun, tracing circles in the dirt with focused eyes. Tiny seeds in little pots on the balcony, waiting for the sun to do its magic trick. A bit of water and a whole lot of looking, the greenest kind of patience we can find under the city sky, under the bright yellow light. Ron Padgett would probably like these pots, simple terracotta holding a promise of sauce. I tucked the seeds in like they were going to sleep, covering them with a blanket of damp earth, while you hum something that sounded like 1985. Tiny seeds in little pots on the balcony, waiting for the sun to do its magic trick. A bit of water and a whole lot of looking. The greenest kind of patience we can find under the city sky, under the bright yellow light. I wonder if they feel the vibration of the street, the taxis honking or the neighbor's heavy bass. It's a strange place to begin a life, really suspended 6 floors up in the afternoon haze, between the laundry rack and the folding chair. Soon there will be stems, then tiny yellow stars, then the slow, heavy weight of turning red. We'll celebrate the first one like a gold medal, sliced thin with salt and a bit of kitchen pride. But for now it's just us and the quiet dirt. Tiny seeds in little pots on the balcony, waiting for the sun to do its magic trick. A bit of water and a whole lot of looking, the greenest kind of patience we can find under the city sky, under the bright yellow light. Just a sunny balcony and a tiny dream grow, little seeds grow. The sun is staying late for you today. Yeah, it's staying late for you. The wind is whispering secrets to the pavement, skating across the gray, the ghosts of copper gold, brittle edges of a story that has already been told. The sky is a pale canvas, washed in morning light, chasing shadows of a season that vanished in the night. I watch the skeleton branches reach for something more, while the debris of November dances across the floor. Let the breeze take the weight of the withered days, turning old echoes into a shimmering haze. One last amber breath before the winter sleeps, a promise that the earth in its heavy silence keeps. Sweep away the rust, let the air run clean, between the world that was and the one yet to be seen. Tangled in the iron fence, a leaf begins to pray for a current strong enough to carry it away. The rhythm of the boom bap is a heartbeat in the cold, turning silver linings out from the creases and the folds. Metaphors of molting, of shedding what we knew, finding space for the green and the brilliant and the blue. It is a quiet revolution in the hollows of the street, where the memory of the harvest and the coming frost meet. Do not hold on so tightly to the brown and the bone. Even the strongest wind knows how to find its way home. Carry Let the wind take the weight. Let it go today. The street is empty now, just a clean and open road. The wind is silent, having lightened its load. The skeletal wood of winter's end, a sudden porcelain ghost begins to bend. No emerald shield to guard the ivory skin, just the cold air where the light creeps in. Silent explosions of white on the gray, before the leaves have a word to say. Oh, the magnolia rises in the naked cold, a story of silver before the gold. Heart on a branch with nowhere to hide, petals like silk with a fire inside. Vibrant and lonely in the morning sheen, blooming in ivory before the green. Sophisticated grace in a barren space, a mask of velvet on a frozen face. It doesn't wait for the summer's soft breath, it dances life on the edge of death. Sharp and edgy against the pale blue sky, a fragile empire catching the eye. Oh, the magnolia rises in the naked cold, a story of silver before the gold. Heart on a branch with nowhere to hide, petals like silk with a fire inside. Vibrant and lonely in the morning sheen, blooming in ivory before the green. of pale rose, where the asphalt ends and the garden grows. Every branch is heavy with a weightless light, tipping the balance of the winter's night. I'm walking slow in my oversized coat, riding a rhythm that the blossoms wrote. Oh, oh, the neighborhood's wearing a brand new skin, letting the warmth of the sun rush in. Petals like confetti on the hood of my car, showing me exactly where the miracles are. Yeah, it's brighter now. Can't you see the glow underneath the canopy of the pink snow? Sweet and breathy, catching the breeze, spinning through the air with a perfect ease. Yeah, I'm feeling light, I'm feeling fine, watching the cherry trees cross the line. The sidewalk's a canvas of a watercolor dream. Nothing is quite as gray as it used to seem. I've got a sass in my step and a song in my lungs, tasting the nectar on the tip of my tongue. Don't need a reason to smile at the sky when the clouds and the petals are passing me by. Ephemeral beauty, a temporary grace, painting a smile on this tired old place. Soft enunciation of a floral word, the sweetest secret that I've ever heard. Oh, the neighborhood's wearing a brand new skin, letting the warmth of the sun rush in. Petals like confetti on the hood of my car, showing me exactly where the miracles are. Yeah, it's brighter now. Can't you see the glow underneath the canopy of the pink snow? Just a little bit of magic in the morning air, blooming like a promise everywhere. The lake is a mirror of obsidian and cold glass, watching the silent hours and the long shadows pass. Orange lights from the pier begin to bleed into the water, planting a neon seed. The ducks move in silence, a velvet parade through the cool silver ripples the evening has made. Paddling through the liquid starlight, gliding on the edges of the velvet night. Weightless in the drift where the city fades out. This is the peace we were dreaming about. Soft circles growing on the surface of time. Hypnotic rhythm, a wordless rhyme. Lost in the glow, lost in the glow. A driving bass thrums like a heart in the deep, while the rest of the world has fallen asleep. Detached and drifting, we are birds on the moon, humming along to a lo-fi tune. The water doesn't break, it only lets us in, where the dreams of the current and the wild slow motion verse in a permanent song. No anchors to hold us, no shore in our sight. Just the neon reflection and the pale moonlight gliding on the light, gliding on the liquid light. The lake is a mirror for the stars above. Peace is the frequency we are dreaming of. Fading into the blue. It's the season of the light, trench coat, floating like a prayer, staying afloat in the weave of the fabric, the secrets we keep between the waking world and the velvet sleep. Neutral rhythm in the pulse of the street. Gripping the cold, a story in cotton that's yet to be told. The wind plays a melody through the city's ribs while the moon hangs low above the neon cribs. Step by step in a hypnotic dance, lost in the weight of a fleeting glance. Wrapped in the breeze, lost in the fold. Linen and shadows, silver and gold. Sophisticated silence in the rush of the crowd. The hum of the traffic, a lo-fi cloud. I am a ghost in a tailored frame, calling the twilight by its secret name. It's the season of as the heart. This is where the night and the morning part.
She traces the geometry of the bending bough, silver gray and brittle in the early light. A single thread of straw, a promise of a home, held against the gale of the coming night. Her wings are heavy with the weight of hope, measuring the hollow where the warmth will grow. Oh, let the weaving begin in the hush of the pine, stitch by stitch, a fortress of the small, a sanctuary built from the broken lines to catch the secrets before they fall. In the curve of the nest, the world is still, resting safe against her beating will. Velvet moss, bound by the silk of a spider's loom. She counts no labor, she counts no loss, only the architecture of a hidden room. The sun leans low to kiss the woven wall, while shadows dance upon the forest floor. Defiance against the storm, where the cold of the wild becomes the warm. A fortress of the small, a sanctuary built from the broken lines to catch the secrets before they fall. In the curve of the nest, the world is still, resting safe against her beating will. The work is done, the sun descends beneath her breast, the sky begins to mend. Quiet now, the cradle sways in the amber light of better days. a shroud of bone-white silk tonight. Sugar-dusted branches reaching for the pale moonlight. It is a quiet riot in the garden's hollow chest, where heavy blossoms fall like they are seeking rest. I am leaning on the air, watching petals drift away. Goes the winter lingering in the middle of the May. It is a white tide rising in the rows of trees, a silent static humming on the evening breeze. I am walking through the blizzard, but I do not feel the cold, just the weight of every story that remains untold. Cool and confident, I am dancing in the drift, waiting for the tectonic plates of spring to shift. White on white, it's a blur in my eyes, underneath the canvas of these paper skies. White on white, let the orchard go numb, waiting for the fruit of the summer to come. You can taste the perfume, sharp and clinical and sweet. Petals laying down a carpet underneath my feet. My heart is a metronome, steady in the white noise, finding grace and balance in the lack of poise. Ooh, I do not need the sun to see the way the branches bend. I am looking for the beginning at the very end. Thin lines soaring high above the canopy. I am the only witness to this floral alchemy. Nestle tones cutting through the illness where we case, lost inside the architecture of this blooming maze. It is a white tide rising in the rows of trees, a silent static humming on the evening breeze. I am walking through the blizzard, but I do not feel the cold, just the weight of every story that remains untold. Cool and confident, I am dancing in the drift, waiting for the tectonic plates of spring to shift. White tide falling slow, let it glow, let it glow. The mist retreats like a ghost in the garden, silver threads woven while the world was asleep. A geometric cathedral of silk and of pardon, holding the secrets that the night couldn't keep. Diamonds on a wire, burning with the morning sun, refractions of a dream that has only just begun. Every droplet is a planet, every strand is a grace, caught in the math of this fragile holy space. Ooh. of a kingdom unseen. Cold fire flickering on a skeletal frame. Beauty that vanishes without even a name. Diamonds on the wire, burning with the morning sun. Refractions of a dream that has only just begun. Every droplet is a planet, every strand is a grace, caught in the math of this fragile, holy space. A story that only the dawn can tell. Breathe the whispers in the rising heat, where the earth and the heavens finally meet. Sparkling like diamonds, ooh, just a moment in the sun. Then the wind takes a crown. Whispering stories never told. We are drifting through the painted wild, with the wonder of a mountain child, walking on the colors of the spring. Hear the silence of the valley sing. wash of peach, where the asphalt and the heavens meet. I'm tracing the hem of the clouds with a tired gaze, lost in the sepia hum of these neon lit days. The light is a secret we're almost afraid to tell, a lavender echo ringing like a silver bell. Oh, let the gradient hold us in its velvet skin, where the colors end and the memories begin. Between the peach and the purple, we find our place, a slow motion orbit through the vastness of space. The city is cooling, catching its collective breath, a quiet defiance against the shadows of death. Your voice is a low frequency, a comforting chord in this lo-fi kingdom where the silence is Lord. Lavender dreams, peach color sighs, under the watch of the changing skies. Oh, let the gradient hold us in its velvet skin, where the colors end and the memories begin. Between the peach and the purple, we find our place, a slow motion orbit through the vastness of space. The sky's a painting that's never quite dry, just a breath and a color, a beautiful light, fade into lavender. Wait for the star. The morning breath is a ghost upon the glass, a silent silver witness to the years that pass. The chlorophyll is waking in a million tiny hearts as the winter's heavy curtain finally departs. Oh, the golden sunlight filters through the screen, painting honeyed ribbons on the newly birthed green. We are caught in the sieve of the vernal light, between the fading shadow and the coming bride. The veins of the leaves are cartographies of grace, tracing every secret on the garden's face. between the clearest vision that I've ever seen. Knowing that the darkness isn't truly the end. Icy breath turns warm in the glow of the sun. The long cold race is finally won. Oh, the golden sunlight filters through the screen, painting honeyed ribbons on the newly birthed green. We are caught in the sieve of the vernal light, between the fading shadow and the coming bride. Newly formed, newly born, in the amber of the morn. The mercury climbs like a slow green vine up the brickwork where the shadows used to pine. Linen shirts blooming like pale urban flowers as we reclaim the rhythm of the midday hours. There's a geometry in the way the sunlight falls, painting golden stripes across the cafe walls. Sipping the gold from the polished ceramic rim, watching the winter's ghosts grow faint and dim. In the mild air we are breathing again, a liquid conversation in a sun-drenched den. Oh, the city's soft, the pulse is wide, with the terrace awake and the world outside. A teaspoon stutters in a rim and trance, while the amber liquid does a slow, slow dance. No more the heavy coats, the huddled sighs, just the silver reflection in your wandering eyes. Metaphors of movement in the steam that rises. Spring is a series of quiet surprises. Sweet sunlight, bitter bean, the finest air I've ever seen. Lo-fi heartbeat, high life soul, making the fractured afternoon whole. whispers into night.
Spine is a ribbon of stone where the yellow stars have come to rest. Forsythia sweeping in a gilded moon, clinging to the earth's quiet chest. I'm driving through the ghost of the afternoon while the amber light begins to spill its soul. Saffron shadow on every bend, a slow motion fire that never ends. We are chasing the gold until the gold turns gray, lost in the curve of a dying day. Just a dream pop heartbeat in a lo-fi haze. Trails winding deep where the secrets of the spring still sleep. The synth bass drums like a heavy heart pulse of the engine, pulse of the trees. Everything whole is falling apart like petals caught in a jazzhop breeze. Your memory is a detached melody, a soft echo in a velvet room. Heartbeat in a lo-fi haze. Let it blur, let it bleed. Yellow is the only ghost I need. Winding down the mountainside where the light and the dark collide. Laces untied, dragging through the emerald sea. Small fingers clenching the spool, yearning to be free. We're chasing the ghost of the wind on a Saturday noon, while the sun hums a gold-plated amberly tune. Our shadows are stretching, trying to touch the sky as the first paper bird prepares itself to fly. Oh, let the prism tails dance in the velvet blue, catching the Draft a kaleidoscope view from the palm of my hand to the edge of the sun. The race with the clouds has only just begun. High above the world where the gravity fails, we're writing our secrets on shimmering tails. Diamond shapes slicing the breeze like a blade in a canvas of azure where memories are made. Your laughter is syncopated, bouncing off the trees while the nylon is singing in the cool of the breeze. Pull the string tight, feel the pulse of the height, a tether rebellion, a flicker of light. Rise up, don't you look back now. Touch the crown of the cedar bough. Wings made of plastic, hearts made of gold. Stories of the wind that are yet to be told. And wild, without a single care. Oh, let the prism tails dance in the velvet blue, catching the updraft, a kaleidoscope view from the palm of my hand to the edge of the sun. The race with the clouds has only just begun. Just a string and a dream in a slipstream. Let it go. Are bleeding in a soft pastel hue, where the azaleas wake under the heavy dew. A violet curtain pulled across the silent peaks, painting the silence in the language of the weak. So the pink and the purple, a slow motion fire, climbing the ridges of floral desire. Neon ghosts in the garden of the old city light. We're driving through the blossoms on the edge of the night. Petals like paper drifting through the open pane, washing away the dust of the silver rain. The rhythm of the tires humming a lo-fi song in this magenta kingdom where we both belong. Fading in the velvet, staying for the glow, watching all the colors
A scarlet hole upon a living mast, a speck of fire where the shadows cast. The world is wide, a forest made of jade, where every breath is born within the shade. Oh, little traveler on a stem of light, holding the earth with all your tiny might. The emerald curves beneath your velvet feet, where sky and clover in a whisper meet. A drop of dew, a crystal-looking glass, reflects the giants as they blindly pass. You are the anchor in this swaying sea, a scarlet pulse of quiet destiny. Oh, little traveler on a stem of light, holding the earth with all your tiny might. The emerald curves beneath your velvet feet, where sky and clover in a whisper meet. 7 spots, a secret code, carrying the sun along your road. Rest your wings, the wind is still upon this verdant, lonely hill. Stay a while before the golden hour fades. Softly sleep within the grass blaze. Against the glass, carving shadows in the tall wet grass. It's a low frequency lullaby for the street, where the asphalt melts in the suburban heat. Dust motes spiral in a column of gold, a story of the summer, quiet and old. Is the rhythm of the blade, the metronome of noon, cutting through the silence of a lazy afternoon. Yes, the hum of the engine, the scent of the cut. Keep the world outside, keep the windows shut. Your silver blade is the heartbeat now, tracing lines like a mechanical plow. I'm drifting on the roads in a sea of blue, while the suburbs breathe the green residue. Sharp delivery, icy and thin, where do the neighbors end and I begin?
hold the morning in our callous palms. Small miracles wrapped in shells of brown. Against the terracotta in a quiet song, as we press the future deep into the ground. The balcony is a stage of amber light, where dust motes dance in a slow motion reel. Yesterday's winter is out of sight, replaced by the warmth of the sun we can feel. Oh, we're planting red in the heart of the gray, waiting for the vine to find its way to the sky. Just a little bit of water, a whole lot of day, watching the shadows of the birds drift by. Seeds of hope in a ceramic home, under the golden dust of a quiet dome. Tracing the lines of where the life begins. The watering can spills a silver laugh, cleaning the air of our city sins. It's a tiny garden, a square foot dream, but it breathes like a force in the midday heat. Life is more than just a flickering scheme when you're feeling the pulse of the concrete beat. Grow, baby, grow, find your light, turn the morning gold into the velvet night. Grow, baby, grow, feel the heat, sugar on the vine, oh so sweet. Watching the shadows of the birds drift by. Seeds of hope in a ceramic home, under the golden dust of a quieted dove. Small green hearts under the sun. The harvest has already begun. The sun is a traveler on a wire of gold, stretching its limbs where the shadows grow cold. 12 hours of waking, 12 hours of sleep, a promise the seasons are careful to keep. Oh, the equinox is a balancing breath between the green life and the winter's pale death. Hold the horizon in the palm of your hand as light spills its secrets across the gray land. Equal parts of night, equal parts of day. The buds are impatient, they hum in the dark, waiting for morning to kindle a spark. We sit in the center of a world turning round, where the silence of snow meets the pulse of the ground. Its secrets across the gray land. The scales are even, the stars are aligned. In the silver hour, what will we find? Folding back the shadow of the frost, that heavy velvet weight I needed most. But now the air is shifting in the room, dispelling every ghost of winter's gloom. Oh, the lightness of this cotton sea, a breath of white is all I'll ever need. Between the warp and weft, I find my soul. Fresh linens making fractured pieces whole. The windows open just a finger's width to let the city's early morning mist dance upon the sheets so cool and thin, where neutral dreams and sunlight begin. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Light as air, without a doubt. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Light as air, without a doubt. No more huddling from the bite of cold. I'm letting go of stories that grew old, wrapped in nothing but a pale blue haze, preparing for the warmth of better days. Oh, the lightness of this cotton sea, a breath of white is all I'll ever need. Between the warp and weft, I find my soul. Fresh linens making fractured pieces whole, falling into softness, caught in morning light. The weight of winter's gone, everything is right. willow leaf. The weight of a dream in a suit of neon lime, traversing the mapped out veins of a summer's grief. Slow accordion of flesh, a deliberate march of silk, padding through forests of chlorophyll and light. Hunger is a quiet ghost in the belly of the world, inch by inch, chasing the shadow of the night. Oh, the world is wide for the slow and the small, clinging to the edge before the autumn fall. A velvet pilgrimage through a canopy of gold, stories in the emerald, waiting to be told. Just a leaf away. Wait for the colors to betray the day. To be told. The branch is a bridge to a sky unknown. In the silence of the green, you are not alone. Softly now the earth begins to breathe underneath the shadow of the leaf. Can you smell that? It's in the air. The southern wind is a nomad, dragging gold across the floor, spilling secrets of the jasmine through a half-cracked bedroom door. I'm catching pollen like a fever, heavy dust on every lash, watching winter turn to embers, watching seasons turn to ash. You're a summer premonition in a coat of velvet green, the softest kind of riot that this valley's ever seen. It's the scent of the awakening, the pollen in the breeze, drifting like a phantom through the swaying willow trees. Warmth is pressing on my skin, a soft and steady palm. The southern gale is singing, breaking through the frozen calm. Yeah, it's sweet, it's gold, it's everything I need. Breathe it in, let it linger.
river flows, the rhythm of the nectar where the honeysuckle grows. My heart is bouncing with the 808 that pulls beneath the bloom. I'm sweeping up the sunlight in a dusty little room. Sassy with the way I walk, I'm stepping on the clouds. Silent in the garden, but the fragrance is so loud. Yellow dust on the windows, yellow dust in my hair. I don't mind the hazy vision when the magic's in the air. It's a heavy kind of heaven, it's a sweet and sticky grace. I can feel the southern spirit moving all around this place. Let it drift, south wind, velvet bloom. The cedar chest swallows the winter whole. Thick blue fibers where the frost used to dwell. We fold the static of December nights into squares of silence, into hollow shells, shed in the honor of the long white sleep. Letting the knuckles breathe in the morning light. No more hiding in the heavy leaves, packing away the ghost of the coldest night. Gloves that held the phantom shape of your palm, now resting in the dark, hollow and calm. The hallway feels wider without the heavy coats, like a melody losing its lowest, darkest notes, until the sun grows thin again, until the north wind finds its way in. Shed in the armor of the long white sleep,
charts the emerald wild with a twitch of his nose, a russet flash where the morning shadow grows, beneath the velvet moss and the clover's sigh. He seeks the buried suns that under the topsoil lie. The earth is a manuscript of things once known, a map of heavy secrets in the garden sown. He dances on the edge of the silver dew, chasing a memory that the autumn wind blew. Oh, the gatherer moves with a silent grace, tracing the lines of a forgotten place. A heartbeat rhythmic, a frantic tiny prayer, finding the gold that is hidden down there. The oak tree watches with 1,000 wooden eyes as the small cartographer claims his prize. He unearths a promise from the frozen deep, a bittersweet nut that the winter let him keep. Digging for the ember, dancing on the edge, safe within the shadow of the hawthorn hedge. Oh, the gatherer moves with a silent grace, tracing the lines of a forgotten place. A heartbeat rhythmic, a frantic tiny prayer, finding the gold that is hidden down there. The grass folds back as the sun begins to wane. He vanishes like mist or the scent of the rain. Skin of the city peels away in the flood. Silver needles stitch in the sky to the mud on the rooftops where the soot used to sleep. The secrets of winter are secrets we keep. Now the azure is breaking through the heavy slate, cleaning the windows of our collective fate. Can you feel the static leaving the wire? A cool blue drenching the heart of the fire. heavy heart. The smell of the ozone is a vintage perfume, exhaling the shadows from a crowded room. Your silhouette sharp against the rinsing glass, watching the ghost of the winter all pass. No more grit in the gears, no more salt on the tongue. The song of the city has finally been sung. Wash it away, let the silver lines run, clean as the promise of the coming sun. Percussion for a heavy heart. Silver on the rooftop, silver in your eyes. The dust is a memory under these skies. Cool, so cool. The city is breathing again. A momentary breath caught in the glass frame. The cherry blossoms bleed into the silver light. I adjust the focal length, whispering your name, while the shadows stretch long across the bite of white. Depth of field blurring out the world beyond this hill. Just a thumb on the shutter, keeping time perfectly still. Oh, capture the ghost of the vernal bloom in the amber glow of the afternoon, with a heavy heart and a heavy baseline, tracing the pink snow frozen in time. It is a fragile art, this light we steal, turning the ethereal into something we can feel. Click, flash, so in the aperture. Click, flash, nature's own signature. Sassy with the lens, sweet with the view. I am framing the world just to get to you. Modern silk ribbons of cloud in the sky, reflected in the mirror of a wide-angle eye. My f-stop is low, but my spirit is soaring high, catching the pollen as it dances a golden sigh. No grain in the film, just the texture of the air. I am the witness to the beauty that is rarely there. Wait for the golden hour to strike the glass. Watch the seasons and the memories pass. I will develop the negatives in the dark of my mind, looking for the colors that the winters left behind.
The shutter closes on the spring. Final exposure of everything.
The sky is a wash of watercolor hues, brushing against the silence of the day, where cherry blossoms learn to bloom in blues, in the quietest shades of a pale display. The wind is a murmur, a ghost in the grass, telling the secrets that April has kept, watching the shadows of memories pass in the garden where winter has finally slept. Oh, the soft pastel shades of the spring, wrapping the world in a velvet embrace. Every silence is a song that we sing, while time slows down to a beautiful pace. Everything's romantic in the lavender light, a dream we are weaving in the heart of the night. Faded rose, mint and cream, living inside of a pastel dream. There's a texture to silence, a weight to the air, like a letter that's written but never was sent, with the scent of the lilac still stuck in your hair, and the curve of the moon like a bow that is bent. We're driving through colors that don't have a name, in a city that's glowing with soft focus eyes, burning a slow and a flickering flame, under the weight of the porcelain skies. Oh, the soft pastel shades of the spring, wrapping the world in a velvet embrace. Every silence is a song that we sing, while time slows down to a beautiful pace. Everything's romantic in the lavender light, a dream we are weaving in the heart of the night. Softly now, let the colors bleed. Spring is the only rhythm we need. The world is a painting, delicate and true. Everything's romantic because of you. The mower's hum has finally ceased its drone, leaving the evening air a kingdom of its own. The scent of severed stems and clover's grace drifts through the windows of this quiet place. Oh, the green shore of dusk is washing in, the perfume of the earth against my skin. It smells of childhood summers, wild and vast, a sweet momentum caught within the past. The shadows stretch like ink across the lawn, where ghosts of playful shadows have long since gone. The humidity hangs like a velvet shroud, silent as the drifting of a silver cloud. Green and gold, the stories told in the fragrance that the shadows hold. Before the crickets hum their evening song, the chlorophyll is heavy on the breeze, whispering secrets through the maple trees. Oh, the green shore of dusk is washing in, the perfume of the earth against my skin. It smells of childhood summers, wild and vast, a sweet momentum caught within the past. The grass is sleeping now in emerald deep, while the neighborhood falls into a gentle sleep. Breathe it in, just breathe it in. Beneath the heavy hem of a velvet sky, where the clover breathes along in silver side, silk-legged ghosts in the waking gold, tracing stories that the wind hasn't told. They are the ink on a parchment of grass, watching the shadows of the cumulonimbus pass. Oh, the emerald ballet on the rolling hill, where the heart of the meadow is never quite still, bound by the pulse of the primitive light, frolicking wild before the onset of night, with a cool composure and a sharp-edged grace, finding the rhythm in this holy place. Nostalgia drips from the willow's weeping dreamer's low electric hum. Their eyes are wide mirrors of the infinite green, in a world where the spirit is felt but unseen. Breathe in the clover, breathe out the day, dancing the heavy-headed winter away. Soft focus lenses on a Polaroid dream. Life is a trickle in a mountain stream. They don't know the weight of the iron or the stone, just the warmth of the sun and the marrow in the bone. Icy whispers in a mid-tempo beat, grass turning blue beneath their dancing feet. Oh, the Emerald Ballet on the rolling hill, where the heart of the meadow is never quite still, bound by the pulse of the primitive light, frolicking wild before the onset of night, with a cool composure and a sharp-edged grace, finding the rhythm in this holy place. Lush is the pasture and long is the sleep, secrets the shepherds and the saplings keep. The porcelain is weeping amber tears today, as cherry blossoms choreograph the wind's ballet. I watch the steam trace ghosts against the glass, while shadows of the clouds like velvet secrets pass. It's a quiet riot in the garden's breath, a fragrance cheating winter of his icy death. Golden light is spilling on the kitchen floor. I don't think I'm asking for a second more. Steep me in the jasmine and the light, a breezy afternoon to set the heavy spirit right. Warmth against my palms, a floral symphony. The world is spinning fast, but here it's only me. Heavy 808s are pulsing like a resting heart. Every sip's a canvas, every breath a piece of art. My hair is tangled in the zephyr's playful hand. I'm the only royalty in this suburban land. Sweet infusion, light illusion. No more city noise, just different fusion. sky. The architecture of winter has surrendered its frame. A sudden density arrives, a velvet sigh, folding the skeleton of the woods into a name. Every branch that once shivered in the gray now wears a heavy crown of emerald lace. It is the green gravity, the canopy's descent, a ceiling of shadows where the light is spent. We are drowning in the leaves, soft and deep, in the secret that the summer intends to keep. Driving through the tunnel of 1,000 breathing lungs, under the weight of the new green. Chlorophyll ghosts haunt the humid afternoon, tracing the geometry of things we forgot to say. The pavement hums a low and steady tune as the golden hour washes the jagged edges away. No more the transparent ghosts of February, only this thick breathing curtain of July, covered in the heavy, covered in the deep, a promise that the roots finally got to keep. Deep emerald, deep silence, the weight of the sun in every leaf. Deep emerald, deep silence, time is a thief, but the forest is a sanctuary. Under the canopy we disappear, in the weight of the new green. I kneel where the shadows of the fence posts lie, pushing the winter back into the silt. The soil is cold, a dark unwritten page where the ghosts of last year's vines were built. My fingernails map the geometry of the ground, tuck in the tiny miracles into their beds. Oh, let the June light find us breathing under the weight of the emerald heat. We're carving life from the dust and the dreaming, keeping the rhythm of the garden's beat. Wait for the green to break the silence. Tomato stalks lean toward a future sun, while basil whispers secrets to the mint. The sprinkler's mist creates a prism's run, a rainbow born of a momentary glint. I am the steward of the ripening day, guarding the bloom that has yet to arrive. Oh, oh, let the June light find us breathing under the weight of the emerald heat. We're carving life from the dust and the dreaming, keeping the rhythm of the garden's beat. Wait for the green to break the silence. The dirt is a promise we keep in our hands. Rest now until the harvest ends. The peak is shedding its ancient white skin, droplets gathering where the silence has been. 1,000 crystals lose their grip on the height, turn into mirrors in the morning light. It starts as a whisper, cold, clear rain, carving a path through the granite and pain. Oh, feel the rush of the mountains release, the liquid silver breaking the peace, feet in the river, the pulse of the stone, a frantic journey to the great unknown, down from the clouds where the winter was king. Listen to the song that the thaws bring. It gathers the secrets of the alpine air, running through canyons with a wild, wet flare. No longer frozen, no longer still, bending the earth to its fluid will, icy and sharp like a needle of glass, watching the shadows of the eagles pass. Oh, feel the rush of the mountains release, liquid silver breaking the peace, feet in the river, the pulse of the stone, a frantic journey to the great unknown, down from the clouds where the winter was king. Listen to the song that the thaws bring. Moving, the old turns to whisper across the silent spine of every hill. A golden throat unlocks the morning air with secrets that the dew was born to share. Small messenger of light in feathers dressed, you shake the starlight from your beating chest. Oh, meadowlark, the sun is on your tongue, a world reborn in every note you've run. The golden hours breathing through your wings, and all the dreaming earth awakes and sings. The silver frost dissolves beneath your feet, where wild and ancient harmonies all meet. You trace the horizon with a soaring line, a liquid prayer that makes the day divine. Rise up, golden light, let the shadows go. Sing the morning high, sing the morning low. Oh, meadowlark, the sun is on your tongue, a world reborn in every note you've rung. The golden hour is breathing through your wings, and all the dreaming earth awakes and sings. Golden throat, morning note, in the light we flow. The sky is drinking deep of your refrain, until the stars decide to bloom again. Let the morning stay. Let the morning stay. Soft and hum, the morning wakes in gold, tying knots in cotton white, a familiar ritual. The sidewalk is a stage where the petals fall like snow, canvas touching concrete, a rhythm light and habitual. In the quiet of the April air, I let the silence grow. Dust on the rubber, stories in the seams, walking through the shadows of my daylight dreams. Oh, gliding on a cotton cloud, these old friends know the way between the city's neon pulse and the fading light of day. Light as the wind, breathing in the scent of green. first walk I've seen. Sunlight leaks through alleys, painting stripes upon my path. No hurry in my heartbeat, no shadow in my math. Woven threads of history, keeping time with every stride. The world is open wide tonight, with nowhere left to hide. Step, breathe, let the spring air in. Canvas souls where the new roads begin. Walking till the stars come out to play. Just my sneakers and the end of May, fading into the violet haze. Morning pulls its gray shawl across the glass, while the kettle hums a low domestic prayer. In the corner where the shadows usually pass, a cluster of fire wakes the stagnant air. They do not ask for much, just a sliver of the sun, tracing circles on the wood, one by one. Oh, the scarlet pulse upon the white painted sill, a defiant bloom while the world outside stands still. They are the heart's quiet calligraphy, written in red, smoothing out the wrinkles of the words we left unsaid. A pop of color in the monochrome of a weary house, where the silence is a garment and the light is a blouse. Crimson on the edge, keeping the winter at bay. Petals like soft secrets that help us find our way. Leaves of velvet green, shaped like ancient shields, holding back the gloom that the heavy ceiling yields. I pour a glass of water, a silver thread of grace, watching how the thirsty roots embrace their narrow space. They are the only anchors in a tide of passing years, drinking up the sunlight, drying out our hidden fears. Oh, the scarlet pulse upon the white a defiant bloom, while the world outside stands still. They are the heart's quiet calligraphy, written in red, smoothing out the wrinkles of the words we left unsaid. A pop of color in the monochrome of a weary house, where the silence is a garment and the light is a blouse. Geraniums in the window, burning steady, burning low. A small persistent garden in the only home we know. Just a pop of color before the light goes thin. Red on the sill, letting the healing in. Silver needles of frost surrender to the glass. The architecture of winter begins to collapse. In the hush of the morning, a ghost of a breeze whispers secrets to the skeletons of the frozen trees. I am watching the white turn to a bruising blue, waiting for the miracle to pull itself through. It's the slow motion magic of the ground waking up, pouring liquid gold into a cracked porcelain cup. From the iron grip ice to the emerald spark, we are finding the light in the teeth of the dark. The rhythmic heartbeat under the mud and the clay. The miracle is here and it's staying the day. Break the ice, feel the flow, watch the winter let it go. Green machine breathing slow, watch the miracle start to grow. Your breath no longer hangs like a heavy white shroud. The sky is shedding the weight of a leaden cloud. There's a sharp nasal edge to the scent of the rain, washing the salt from the streets and the ache from the vein. I'm leaning into the the line of the changing air, finding a reason to breathe in the middle of nowhere. Against the weight of the night, and I see delivery reaching for the height. It's cold but it's confident, sharp as a blade, watching the memory of the blizzard fade. No more silence, only the sound of the sprout, turning the world inside out. The miracle is the green, the miracle is the scene. From the frost to the fine, everything is alive. Spring is a miracle, sharp and sweet. Can you feel the pulse beneath your feet? silver gauze is draped across the pine. Wait for the amber to puncture the gray, where the dew clings like secrets to the clay. A silent ocean made of breath and bone. We're waking up in the kingdom of our home. The valley is a ghost in a velvet dress, stretching its limbs in a cold caress. Oh, let the mist hold the world in a blur before the morning makes a sound or a stir. Floating in the indigo, hanging on a thread, where the dreams of the night go to rest their head. Sweet and heavy like a secret kept over the hollow where the shadows slept. The 808 thrumming like a heart in the ground. In the stillness of the valley, a heavy sound. You move like the vapor, light and low, sassy and sweet in the afterglow. Cotton candy clouds on a charcoal sky. Watch the transition with a sleepy eye. Mist in the hollow, silver on the vine. Wait for the sun to draw the line. Mist in the hollow, cool on the skin. This is where the light begins. Breath is a ribbon of white in the cold. Stories the dawn has never told. I'm humming a melody, soft and high, under the arch of the waking sky. Oh, let the mist hold the world in a blur before the morning makes a sound or a stir. Floating in the indigo, hanging on a thread, where the dreams of the night go to rest their head. Sweet and heavy like a secret kept over the hollow where the shadows slept. The sun is coming, the veil is thin. Let the golden hour begin. The winter held its breath in paper lungs, folding shadows into the frozen soil. We buried the brittle remains of August, where the silence was heavy and loyal. But the ice is a mirror that is starting to crack, giving everything back, giving everything back. Every ending is a seed in the dark, waiting for the light to leave a mark. Green fingers reaching through the debris, 1,000 hellos in a dead cherry tree. Spring is a gone. The frost was just a blanket, not a shroud. The sun is shouting quiet through the cloud. Let it go to the ground. Look at the beauty of what we have.